This is the top I sleep in sometimes. Why would you say that in a video? Hi guys, this video is all about your personal statement. So if you live in the UK, I don't know about the rest of the world, but if you live in the UK, for the majority of courses, the deadline for your personal statement is on the 15th of January, I think, next year. That is your application to university. That is opening doors for you to go to university. And that is your one chance to let the universities absolutely love you and just want to have you at their university. So I've been getting a lot of questions about personal statements recently, and I don't know why, because I cannot remember writing my personal statement, and I wish YouTube was around when I was writing my personal statement, and it might have made a little bit more sense to me as to what I was doing. But it seems very obvious now what your personal statement is actually for. You need to sell yourself, and I don't mean on the street in a short skirt. Like, you need to sell yourself to the universities. You need to make them want to have you as part of their university and their campus and the community at their university. And you have one chance to do that. With your UCAS statement and personal statement, I think you have 4,000 characters, which I think is roughly about 47 lines of text, which to be honest is not that much. It's a couple of pages of A4 probably. But you've got a very, very short chance to somehow grab their attention and make them want you. Let me tell you a story before I go into personal statement. So first of all, I knew this girl who desperately wanted to get into Oxford University. She had all A stars at GCSE and she had A's at A level as well. She did not get into Oxford, and then it went in the paper. There was this big deal about it, like, oh, how can a student that's got all A's not get into university? This is the reason that she didn't get into university. She had no extracurricular activities. She had no interests. She was just a bookworm. She just studied. She had no social skills. So it's not just about being really clever and getting all the A's. It's about being an all-rounded person. What are you going to contribute to that university? How is it going to benefit them to have you at their university? I've written some notes. This was my really long intro, but I have written some notes. Let me get my notes out and I shall read them to you in some detail. First of all, the most important thing is you've got to show that you have an interest in the course that you've applied for. You've got to show that you are excited about the course that you are applying to do. Don't just go for a course for the sake of going for a course. You have to have done some research on the course. You have to know what that course entails, and you have to be excited about studying that for the next 3 years. This is your choice. You have chosen to do this for the next 3 years. You need to be excited about it. They don't want people starting there that aren't going to do well. They don't want people starting there that are just going to drop out. They want people that are going to get good grades because they have a genuine interest in the course, because it boosts their results on results day and when the degree come out, and it makes them look like a really good university. So if you are applying for nursing, for example, please get excited about nursing, have a passion for people, have a caring nature side to you, have a passion for working hard and looking after people and people's welfare, and you will be fine. If you don't give a crap about people, don't apply for nursing. It's just as straightforward as that. The other thing is to maybe tell them a little short story about what inspired you to do the job that you're going to do. So don't write something really awful like, oh, I wanted to be a nurse ever since I was born, because that's just a load of crap. And they don't like cheesy stuff. They don't like stuff that's untrue. Don't exaggerate stuff. Tell a genuine story about why you have an interest in the course. So for example, I wanted to be an optician because I knew what it was like not to be able to see the board at school. I knew what it was like to be that child at the back of the class that had no idea what the teacher was writing because I couldn't see physically what she'd written on the board. And I remember going to the opticians, and I remember having my first pair of glasses, walking out of there thinking, oh my god, I can see leaves on the trees. It's not just a big green ball of blur. To me, that's life-changing, and that is what inspired me to become an optician. There are lots of things you need to think about your careers. You can't just like doing something, or you think you want to do something around that. You need to know why you're doing the thing that you're doing, and you need to have a passion for it and tell a small story about what inspired you to do that. The next thing you need to talk about is what characteristics or attributes you have that are going to make you suitable for that course. So again, like I talked about the nursing thing, it's making sure that you've got a caring side to you. Show things that you've done where you've used those skills. So don't say I don't have any extracurricular activities, I don't have any friends, and nobody particularly likes me at school, but I want to be a nurse, because that is not going to look very good. Show things that you've done. Have you volunteered in a care home? Have you been taking care of somebody that you know? Have you gone to work experience at a local hospital? Show them that you've done something to enhance your interest in what you want to study, and show them that you have done some research into what the job actually entails. Research on the course. Find out, does it involve physics? Does it involve biology? Does it involve chemistry? Do a little bit of research on exactly what, and maybe talk about the subjects that you've decided to do as A-levels to help you in your path to becoming whatever you want to become. I mean, there are certain job roles where you have to have specific subjects. So don't apply for something that you haven't really done the research into, and don't apply for something if you don't really know what the job entails, or if you don't potentially know where you're going to go afterwards, because it doesn't really fulfill them with confidence that you're going to complete the course if you've got no interest in what you've applied for. Also, don't waffle, because they have millions of these to read. Like, think how many thousands of students actually apply to university. So they have thousands of personal statements. So make sure your introduction is quite catchy, and make sure that you don't start waffling on and telling your whole life story. Once upon a time, blah, blah, blah. Just get straight to the point. I think I'm going to be amazing. Well, actually, don't literally write that, because that's just arrogant. Another thing that you can do is ask your friends and family about, like, to have a read through your personal statement. Ask your friends and family if they agree with some of the stuff you've said, or if there's anything that you could add that they think would be more accurate to your characteristics. Because this is, like I said, you're selling yourself to the university. You are asking them, please take me on to do this course. I will be successful at what I do. I will be successful on the course. I will integrate with people, my peers and my lecturers, and I will be an important part of your university. So make sure that you are going to integrate with people. Make sure that you show some skills of how you're going to cope at university. Did you go away on a camping trip at school for like a month? Did you go travelling before you went to university? Did you go on holiday and climb the Himalayan mountains? I don't know. Just show them that you do stuff apart from just studying, because they want people that are all-rounded. So show things that you have an interest in. Show them things that make you different. Because remember, there are lots of people out there that will get exactly the same grades as you. There's lots of people out there who will have studied the same subjects as you, but you need to make yourself look different. Have you done Young Enterprise? Have you done work experience in the field? Have you done some sort of marathon run that you're really proud of and hope to do something like, you know, a marathon in Boston like the year after? Show your inspirations, show your hobby, show your interests, show that you're an all-rounded person, because that's effectively what they're looking for. I think that is basically concluded everything I think you need to write in a personal statement. If there's anything I've forgotten or anything that you guys want to add, then please comment below. If you think this video will help somebody, then please, please, please share it, because it really helps me out. Thumbs up if you use any information that I've given you, and thumbs up if you're going to share this with somebody else, because I really, really, really want to help you guys. A lot of you guys have been asking this recently, so I just felt like before the 15th of January comes, I need to basically make this video. And I really hope it helps. I really hope it gave you another perspective, because at the moment you're doing your A-levels, the last thing you're thinking about is your personal statement. Don't leave it until the last minute, because you cannot physically think of all these things a week before you're supposed to submit your personal statement. Get a few people that you know to read it. Get some teachers at school to read it. Make sure you do sort of grammar checks and spell checks, because if you make mistakes in your personal statement, you've put the wrong date or you spelled something wrong, automatically there are thousands of people that haven't made mistakes on their personal statement, and yours will probably get tossed straight into the bin. So remember how competitive university is. You just want them to want you. So be unique, be punchy, be interesting, be unique, be, you know, show characteristics that you would want them to know about you. And remember, you haven't got a lot of space to do it in, so just whatever you do, make it stand out. Start with something a little bit unusual. Make them grab their attention in the first couple of lines, because remember, if they've got to read the same thing and everybody's going, I want to do this course because I'm so wonderful and I've got these skills and blah, 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 and they're all the same, you need to make it stand out a little bit more. Tell a story, use anecdotes, use quotes from people, just make it a little bit more interesting. I really hope this helps you. Like I said, please do share if you think it will help somebody. Please subscribe if it helped you, and I love you guys lots, and I'll see you very soon.